So, hello everyone, this is Shreyas Raj from Rapid AI. So, today we'll talk about humanity's last exam and the mass layoffs in the companies, rise of AI agents, and the roadmap moving forward. Because I think this is something that is really important for you as well as everyone else who's watching this to know that AI is here, it's gonna stay. I don't think there should be doubt in this at all. But now the next big thing would be AI agents. And after AI agents, we'll get GPT wrappers and a whole lot of stuff. And I was just going through all the different layoff posts on Reddit, and I realized that the conventional path, either it's IIT, JEE, NEET, UPSC, all the conventional paths, they are a bit too risky in my opinion, because I don't know if you're gonna wait like 4 years to complete your degree and stuff like that, and then suddenly, like, AI just replace the task, you got robots and stuff like that. So that's what my take on this is. So yeah, this is humanity's last exam. So it's like a benchmark set by Safe.ai, and these guys have like got questions from the toughest PhD level. Like these guys have got PhD level questions for AI to answer. As you could see, I mean, heck, I don't even know what this is. Some nuclear physics. I think yeah, it's a yield and stuff like that. Don't kill me if I'm wrong, but yeah, not something that I know. But yeah, as you could see, all these different benchmarks, the AI is performing really, really great. But for GPT-4o, these models cannot perform well on the HLE, which is humanity's last exam benchmark. Because if they perform, it means that AI is, I'd say, too good that it could self-govern. It's like AGI state, it's like ASI state. So AGI is artificial general intelligence and ASI is artificial super intelligence. So thankfully we're not there yet, but eventually we will reach there. So we gotta buckle up. Also, I was going through Reddit and I found out a hell lot of layoff posts which are just concerning, just because layoffs is something that no one is talking about. So I got a lot of information from my internal sources. Gabe's Healthcare in Mumbai, they like replaced the whole AR team. I think yeah, AR and payment processing team, they just like laid off 200, 300 people like this with AI. So some crazy stuff. And Infosys Mysore, I think they laid off 700 employees, which is some scary nightmare stuff, as we could see. So yeah, and as you could see, bouncers hired for a layoff process. Like that's how bad it's getting down there. And yeah, extensive layoffs. So people, again, the news won't care. The news does not care about telling you the truth, which eventually is that AI is coming around. It's going to take your job. It's gonna leave you with nothing. Then government is gonna like trying to feed you bugs, because the inflation is gonna go through the roof and you won't be able to do anything, and it's gonna get worse. It's gonna get very, very bad. So yeah, until we have time, we must get out, else there's no hope. So I was just going through all of this. As per my information, Infosys, Wipro, all these big tech companies, first of all, they're not doing increments, which is understandable. But then they're also doing layoffs, which are silent. Like they're not even telling the public that, hey, we are laying off. It's like, you know what? Let me tell you how this works, okay? You call people to the office, they work. Then you say, you know what, guys, try working from home. Once you start working from home, they'll then once they like start working from home, they'll get a silent layoff letter that, hey, we appreciate your service, bye bye, and then they're just gone. So this is like the basic process that all these big tech giants in India are using. And as you could see, people are like asking for help and stuff like that. This was like 9 months ago, which is like a long time back. Then this Ryan Peterson told us, after trying cursor, I realized the value of 80% technical skills dropped to zero. And I wonder how long will the rest 20% of skills drop to zero? Because Cursor is good, Bolt.new is really, really good. I use them both, and I can tell from experience, any fresher level job in web design and something like that, it's just dead. It's just gone without even like being honest. If I want to develop a website, I'd rather do it with Bolt.new give it $20, then pay $20 to a web dev, like to a fresher. Some crazy stuff, man. And yeah, Nitesh said, yeah, Google laid off the Python Flutter team. No company is a dream job, just retail job. This was because these guys also started using AI to write code, and that's why they just laid off the whole team. Again, scary shit in the world that's happening right now. Dell fired 12,500 employees, 10% of its workforce, to shift towards AI products and services. They just fired 10% of the employees. If you guys even comprehend the amount of number, so these guys must have saved a lot of money on them. Being honest, if they gave like I don't know, $10,000 per month. They save a lot of money on that, but the expense of the employees, they gotta find a new job or maybe just work some random job until robots come around and take away the physical work as well. So the shit's gonna go down very very soon. This is like unemployment everywhere. Even in Pune, I heard there was like 100 positions vacant and 300 candidates applied for that. Like no sorry wait, 100 positions, 3,000 candidates applied for the job. Like they just walked in for interview. It's like a walk-in interview, and 3,000 candidates. Can you imagine? Crazy stuff, man. So yeah, this is like there's no jobs for people, and yet somehow people think that okay, uh, doing IIT and stuff like that would work. Now I am not against IIT and stuff like that. Even my mom used to told me that, hey Raj, do IIT. It's a bright future. And I'm like, with AI, I don't think there's any bright future than AI itself. You have to Aikido AI. You have to use AI against itself, make enough money, escape, and then maybe from outside the bubble, tell everyone, hey guys, do IIT, do not do AI. So something along those lines. So yeah, I'm just here to tell you the truth that shit's gonna going down fast, really really fast. Being honest. And yeah, then there's like some fake remarks that India developed a 4 billion parameter LLM, which is 110% bullshit. Yep, India didn't do shit. Also, there was this Reddit post that you guys need to read. It says India has quietly lost the generative AI business also, and no amount of investment will cover it now. Somehow, our politicians were much busy rigging people against caste, religion, stuff like that. And China and USA, they're both far, far ahead in the transformer technology. So, what does GPT stands for? Generative. Yeah, I think it's generative. P stands for processing, T is for transformer. So this transformer technology, it allows you to run LLMs, but somehow we as Indians, we don't give a flying fuck. We are like, okay, you know what? Let's just fight over religion. Let's just fight over votes. Let's just see how we can grab as much votes as possible. And as you could see, rupee is like 87. Rupee is going 87, which is inflation is going to rise very very soon. I'm looking at 100 till the end of this year. If that happens, the inflation is gonna shoot through the roof. No one's gonna be able to afford anything, and shit's gonna go down bad. So this is like a video that's trying to tell you shit's going to go down bad, like really, 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 to the level of bad that it's extreme poverty. That's how bad it's gonna get in the future, in the near future. I'd say in the next 6 7 months at max. I studied in one of the premier institutions of this country. The amount of fundamentals same of the same is beyond insane in countries like particularly China, because China is just killing it with DeepSeek and Quen. It says since these are since they're behind on hardware, the only hope is to source all developers to undermine America's companies leverage in the market. If you look at CSE pad papers coming from China, but the ship has sailed. One more time, we are just outsourced service providers startup market for the West. So yeah, India, there's no hope. I'd say from our government, that under any chance we'll develop our own model. Even if we do, we won't be able to monopolize it just because USA is far ahead, China is far ahead. We are centuries. So let me just tell you, the gap, it's not decades. If it was decades, we could have able to like cross that. It's centuries. The gap from China, USA, India, it's centuries worth of gap. And people just don't understand it, and somehow I don't know what the government is doing with my tax money, but this is how things gonna go. I'd rather not pay tax. I'd rather do some illegal shit, because this is not how things should be working. India has no LLM of its own. We got some Hanuman. We got some random LLMs. Now the issue with that is that they are bullshit. 4 million context windows, 4 million context. That's just like that's pennies. People are doing billion. People did 8 billion. I don't know, 70 billion parameters. Like some random shit that the government comes up with. As you could see, what's this? So India ranked 4 billion parameter. Indian LLM finished third in the ARC-C benchmark. Not possible. Some bullshit. Some propaganda. Okay, let me tell you, you're not gonna get any support from AI. If you wanna progress in AI, if you want to monopolize more on AI, better go out of the country. And that's just I'm just being honest. So better do that. Also, layoffs at media.net is inhuman behavior. Can't tell anything about that, man. I mean, so yeah, this is us doing whatever we do best. This is Indians doing whatever we do best, which is waste time on random topics. But yeah, so let me just tell you how things gonna work from now on. From I think today is 11th of February, right? Yeah. So inflation is gonna go through the roof. Inflation. So you guys won't be able to. No one's gonna be able to afford anything. Inflation is gonna go through the roof. Plus unemployment. Unemployment is gonna go through the roof. Not the best things gonna happen. Now let me just ask you something. Unemployment plus inflation equals crimes. Because people won't be civilized anymore just because no one can afford anything. Shit's gonna go down bad. That's all. So you got unemployment, you got inflation. I think you also got something else. Let me think about it. Unemployment, inflation. I think you got something else as well. Let me think. Yeah, propaganda. Oh, how can I forget that? Propaganda. So this is going to result in crimes plus, I'd say, underdevelopment, whatever you call it. Development will halt just because crimes will go rampant, stuff like that. I'm just imagining the dystopian scenario where let's just say 50% of the IT employees right now were laid off. Over. Bye bye. Poof. Gone. It's gonna be shit. Like the scenario just gives me goosebumps. That okay, 50% IT employees they're just laid off. What are you gonna do? Like shit. You got cursor, you got bold. Those they can code. They can like do the front end stuff like that. You got Flutter. You can integrate Flutter with Lovable. It's going to do its thing. You got Suno V4. It can create music. Let's just say 50% of the whole world's population is rendered useless. Let me just think. Total population employed around the world. Around the world. Okay. 3.5 billion people are employed. 1.75 people, like 1.75 billion people remain employed. That's 50% of the employed population gone. It means that, yep, we'll have. So money is gonna get centralized. The rich are gonna get richer. We as middle class it's either okay. So there's this jump. You either jump on the rich side or you either jump to the poor side. Okay. It's not even a jump. It's like okay, you climb. You either climb up, or the lava is rising. This lava is poverty, so you're just gonna get sunk up. So you gotta climb up either, or you're just gonna sunk with in the poverty. This was my thesis, this was my analysis. I was just thinking about making this video just because I want people to realize that this shit is going to hit the fan really, 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 really soon. And yeah, that's all. So if you want any guidance on how to start your own AI automation agency, on how to build solutions, please watch my videos. That they might be boring, they're not as edited as you guys might have seen Mr. Beast and stuff like that, but they're still fairly edited and they're still fairly structured. You guys can learn a lot from that. Also got like how to develop websites and stuff like that from bold.new. Please check that as well. It's also a great resource. And I'll be making master classes on chatbots and how to start your automation agency. I'll be making a whole lot of stuff there. But you gotta take the action. You cannot sit there scrolling, else your whole bloodline, which includes your father, brother, siblings, everyone's gonna get. Because let me just think. Okay, let's think about this. If there's overpopulation, like if there's too much population that is not doing shit, that's just sitting there. Oh, please, food, food, food. You know, I don't think there's any point in keeping them alive. It's like, okay, a bullet costs less than a food, like a single meal. So you just gotta load it up and shoot the person, or shoot the unemployed, useless person. That's how bad shit's gonna get. So if you wanna just live, if you wanna just let's say, carry your bloodline forward, I will never recommend you to take the traditional routes, because their shit's gonna go down bad. I can see it. I can see it as a 16-year-old. I don't know if you guys can see it as well. You guys should see it eventually. Anyways, if we don't want to get killed in the mass eradication of useless humans, join my Discord server. Let's just talk about how to make money. Let's just discover ways to monopolize AI, make more money with AI. I'll see you there. Thanks for watching. Follow for more, and cheers.